Good Tuesday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the video forecast discussion for Tuesday, October 7th, 2014. And we're waking up this morning to partly cloudy to cloudy conditions across the entire forecast region with southerly winds or calm at some stations. Temperatures this morning are ranging anywhere from the upper 50s over the interior to the low and mid 60s elsewhere. Visible satellite image this morning shows what was a little bit of light rain that moved through the region overnight. It's now out of here, and we'll have a break of sunshine and clouds today. And the latest water vapor imagery also showing more lifting here across the Tennessee and Ohio River Valley. This is a strong negatively tilted Vortex, which is working underneath the main trough axis here in Canada. And this will be providing us with increasing chances for rain and even possible thunderstorm late tonight into early tomorrow morning. Right now on the radar, everything is pretty quiet here. We had one disturbance move through southern New England, passing through the northern New Jersey area into Connecticut River Valley earlier this morning. Here's our next disturbance getting ready to move into the forecast region. It's now driving south and east across the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley, and it will be pushing to the north and east as the trough becomes negatively tilted. Strong moisture convergence and strong low-level winds will increase with rapid pressure falls right here across eastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, and the New York City metropolitan area for later this evening into tomorrow morning with some very heavy downpours and some strong gusty winds possible. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We do have a few of these mainly for the ocean fronts here. Coastal flood advisory in effect until midnight tonight for the South Shore bays of New York City and western Long Island. Tidal departures of 3/4 to 1 1/2 feet, and this will mean that minor tidal flooding near the times of high tide this morning, and then again this evening. Water levels will reach just around coastal flood thresholds during the times of high tide this morning and exceed it by a few tenths during tonight, particularly along most vulnerable back bay locations. This will result in brief inundation of vulnerable roads and adjacent properties and low-lying areas right along the shore fronts there. For the coastal waters, we have small craft advisories in effect until 6 p.m. Wednesday, and that is for southwest winds at 10 to 20 knots gust up to 30 knots seas 5 to 8 feet. Strongest winds and highest seas will be tonight into Wednesday. And for the New Jersey coastal waters, we have small craft advisories in effect until 6 p.m. Wednesday, also for southwest winds at 15 to 25 knots gust up to 30 knots seas 4 to 7 feet. For the back bays here in the Chesapeake and Delaware River area, we have coastal flood advisories in effect until 11 a.m. this morning, and that is for, again, the Somerset counties and Dorchester counties and adjacent to the bays and tidal tributaries here along the Delaware, as and Chesapeake as 1 to 2 hours on either side of high tide during this afternoon. Morning surface chart from Weather O and Oak software shows the low pressure area here with a trough axis extending from southern Canada through the Great Lakes. And high pressure is now well off the coast, but it's providing and pumping in warm, moist air across the region. And that means another day where temperatures get into the 70s today. Here's our one disturbance that passed through overnight into the Connecticut River Valley this morning. Here's our next disturbance here across the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley areas, and this will be moving in our direction for late this afternoon and evening. The latest pollen forecast from pollen.com. We're on the low side today and Wednesday with the rain coming in later tonight into early tomorrow morning. And on the medium side again on Thursday and Friday, the lower side with more showers in the forecast for Saturday. Ragweed still the predominant pollen in the air. Germtracks.com, tracking the spread of sicknesses and diseases on Twitter and Facebook, also still reporting lots of flu and upper respiratory problems across the New Jersey, Philadelphia metropolitan area this morning. Everything generally looking good this morning on the aviational weather deck. We have VFR ceilings will remain about 10,000 feet and break up during the day. Southerly winds will once again increase late this morning as they did yesterday with gusts likely. Increasing chances for widespread showers late this evening as ceilings will lower with time. For tonight, mostly VFR in some showers. Heavy at times will drop visibilities into the MVFR and IFR range late tonight. Embedded thunderstorms are also a possibility late tonight. Low-level wind shear in excess of 40 knots will also be present, slightly stronger towards the coast. The outlook for Wednesday and Thursday, VFR conditions expected. Breezy conditions early on Wednesday will diminish by midday. Friday and Saturday, generally VFR. However, there is a chance for showers both days and could see marginal MVFR conditions, ceilings and visibilities with any shower. At this point, the highest threat of the showers will be across the southern half of the region, including Wilmington, Millville, Atlantic City, and Philadelphia. Right now, outside of Newark this morning, it's 65, dew point 53, humidity 65%. The wind is south at 10. A few clouds at 7,000, scattered at 9, broken at 12,000. And we're going to find light rain getting in here by late this afternoon and light rain showers. And could see some stronger wind gusts late tonight and tomorrow morning out of the southwest at 15 to 25 knots, with even stronger gusts than that as convective complex low pressure area moves through the region with some heavy downpours. Right now outside of Philadelphia, 63, dew point 52, humidity 67%. The wind is south at 12. A few clouds at 12,000, 16,000, and broken at 22,000. Same conditions are in place there for today as well. Google Earth Streamline analysis at the surface shows our southerly flow in place across the region today, with our next disturbance here across the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys moving in our direction. Should be approaching western sections as it negatively tilts itself during this evening and overnight with some heavy downpours and strong thunderstorms just to the west and especially right along the immediate coast. The Storm Prediction Center has placed our southern New England area and all of the coastal regions of New Jersey in a slight to moderate risk for late this evening and overnight, as some showers and thunderstorms produce some strong gusty winds and very heavy downpours across the region. We also see Tropical Storm Simon here just off the Baja of Southern California this morning. NamWERF composite reflectivity forecast from Penn State's eWall site shows a mixture of clouds and sunshine today, and breezy conditions setting up mild conditions too, with temperatures most regions in the 70s. Here comes that disturbance across the Ohio and Tennessee, the Ohio River Valley into western New York and Pennsylvania as it goes negatively tilted, providing some heavy downpours, some showers, and strong gusty winds as it makes its way through. There could be a few of these showers and thunderstorms that make it all the way to the coast, and if they do, some of them will contain very heavy downpours and brief lightning, and also some strong gusty winds, and we'll be monitoring. The HRR model, the RAP model, and the WRF NAM composite reflectivity notes that most of this activity will remain to our west, but we're monitoring this throughout today and this evening, of course, in live feed and everything on Garden State Weather. As that moves through, by tomorrow morning, skies will break for sunshine again, and temperatures will rebound back into the 60s and right around 70 degrees. It'll be a little cooler tomorrow than it is today, with a westerly flow to the atmosphere, and then things look pretty dry for the period from Wednesday night into Thursday afternoon as well, with generally fair weather. And this next disturbance here on frontal boundary will be approaching our region as we head into later Friday. GFS forecast into motion from the Next Generation Weather Lab at the College of DuPage. I'll start off today with the first wave, and here comes the second wave now through the Ohio River Valley. Sharp height falls late this evening could produce some very heavy downpours very late tonight, early tomorrow morning as it makes its way across the New Jersey, New York, Connecticut River Valley area. The skies begin to brighten up rapidly as that disturbance and low begin to lift to the north and east across southeastern Canada, and we get into more of a zonal flow, a westerly flow at the surface anyway, with our next short wave diving down to the south and east and keeping us basically in a zonal flow across the region with generally high pressure and fair weather, and that would be through Thursday and Friday. And then we have frontal system will be developing and moving in our direction, and showers and rain actually basically will be approaching the region on Friday night into early Saturday morning. And where the front lies and stalls out with waves of low pressure developing along it will mean who gets the rain and how much rain, but it looks like Friday night into Saturday morning is going to be a rainy period, and then a break in the action for Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. And here comes the next wave along that frontal boundary and disturbance here, and that's forecasted right now to begin overspreading the region once again by Sunday morning, making inclement weather conditions for the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metropolitan area, and that will be for Sunday morning. And high pressure is over the top with a northeast wind at the surface, so it's going to feel a little raw out there this weekend too. And this disturbance may linger with another disturbance to the south as the high moves off the coast early on Monday morning. We return into a southeasterly wind with another disturbance approaching the region along the frontal boundary, and that means more unsettled weather into the region for the first part of next week. So for everything live, it's Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, also on Twitter and Facebook, and that's where you'll find all of our live updates as well. We'll be monitoring the weather so you are aware and prepared. For Garden State Weather, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a pleasant Tuesday.